Hey, this is Oli from metal.de again, and I'm here with Dany from LOS MALED DEL MUNDO. I hope I pronounced it correctly, but he will correct me later on. And if you want to know more about this black metal band, stay tuned. So mate, hey.
Hello.
Thank you.
Servus, right? is the word like this? Servus, hello. Yeah. Thank you for having me here today.
It's my pleasure, mate. It's my pleasure. So we're here at the Backstage area at Party.San open air. How do you feel about playing this great event tonight?
Well, it's great actually. You know, you hear a lot about this festival. There's a lot of festivals in Europe, in Germany, but everyone always talk about Party.San. So being here, it's kind of huge for us. And actually, when I came here, I see the flag, the Argentinian flag in the front door. Is like, oh, that's so great. So it's an honor to be here and perform in this stage with a lot of great bands, and I'm very looking forward.
Yeah, there are some bands from Southern America and the middle part of America, Central America, which play black metal, but it's not too common to listen to those bands in Europe, to be honest. How does it come that you made your way here to Europe with LOS MALED DEL MUNDO?
Well, you know, in Argentina, especially South America, every country has its own characteristic. Is different. Let's say Argentina has a background more of rock and roll and classical metal, not extreme metal. Although there's a lot of underground black metal there, but there's countries that they have a huge scene. Like, I don't know, in South America you have Chile, you have Brazil. They have a very strong extreme black metal, death metal, and of course in Central America, Mexico, Colombia, those countries are huge and they have a lot of bands. But Argentina is kind of weird. We always have been a small group of underground black metal and extreme black metal. But I think we keep on going because it's something that we feel passionate about it. And we were listening to this since we were kids, having everything, of course, from the Latin America scene, but always from Norway, Germany, and Europe. All the metal that we grow up listen to, it's pretty much the 90s bands, you know, huge bands from black metal. So I think all of those bands became something in our lives. So we create this, which is our own way to express our link with this kind of music, extreme music, but especially with a lot of black metal into it.
I must say the production of your record is, besides of the production, because it sounds very strong, very powerful, but the music is more, it could fit into the second wave of black metal. Would you agree with that?
Totally agree. Actually, those are our favorite bands, and the idea behind the project is just to put everything that we have been listening to since we were kids. And as you said, all our main influences are the second wave of black metal. So that's why you can hear a lot of melody, sadness, melancholy, but powerful blast beats, riffs, guitars, and rhythm. We didn't want to put the keyboards on it. We want to have, even though the sound is quite modern, we didn't want to put keyboards. So we like, you know, the old kind of approach with a modern touch. We could say that, yeah.
LOS MALED DEL MUNDO.
Yeah.
I would translate this into English with all the bad things in the world.
Yes,
is that correct?
Of course.
Is that the main theme that influenced you in your songwriting and the lyrics?
Yes, definitely. Actually, the whole album is it's a conceptual band about different books, different writers, philosophers, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, Cioran. Those are the things that move us just to write the lyrics. So in this case, with this project, the lyrics and the music had very, very, very well connected. I think one connect to the other. So you can hear the music and like the music, it's okay, but you would only have one layer of the whole thing. So it's kind of complicated because we're making music that needs to be listened for a very long period of time because every track it's like 8, 12 minutes. So nowadays that's not so popular, but we did that. And we did lyrics that needs to get into. So you have to sit and listen to it. But I think when people get the album, get the music, they really understand what is going on. So it's a whole thing. It's a conceptual album. So I think it's a, the whole pack. It's all one, even though it's lyrics and music, but it's all so connected.
Could you make the same kind of music if the world was a better place than it is?
Definitely no, no, no. Actually, how can I say? I think this is a very emotional music for us. When we play on stage, we really get connected with what we're trying to say. It's not just like go there, sing, and that's it. For us, it has a meaning. So even though when we write the lyrics or when we, record the album, what's sometimes a very shitty moment of our lives, but instead of bitching about it, we put it into the music. So I think that's how it makes sense. When you hear the music and you get connected with that in an emotional level, it's because when we were doing it, we're in the shit doing it. So it's very legit and it's very, I think, I should say, there's no lies on it. It's what we felt, what we think, and it's on the music. So I think people get connected to that somewhere, and it doesn't matter if you are in Argentina, Chile, Germany, Spain, Norway. If something has to get you connected with emotions, I think this album could be something for you.
Okay. You've got some guests from German black metal bands as well as session musicians or live musicians, like from Horroresc, they played yesterday,
Yes.
and Nocte Obducta and
Of course.
Der Weg einer Freiheit.
Yes.
Does that have any impact on the sound or the songs you originally wrote?
Well, actually, when we wrote the album, I was in touch with Nikki from Der Weg einer Freiheit for a lot of years. I think more than 10 years. We were friends. We know each other from MySpace. When they released their first demo, and we start talking, and someday we had to do something together, and we never had the time. So I was working with Chris in Argentina, and one of those days I talked to Nikki and I said, I'm working on this. And he liked the idea and he wanted to participate, so we started working on it. So he recorded the bass lines for the album, and he made the production and the mixing and mastering. So I think that adds a little bit a nice taste to the sound, a very modern, very professional. He's a great musician, great producer, and I think it was just perfect. And because we were friends, it was so easy to work with him. And then I met Stefan because I didn't know that he was a huge fan of other projects that I have in the past. So when I knew that, we started talking, and he was very into the band. He had the vinyl and everything from Los Males, and one day the band had the opportunity to go on stage and play, and I was, I didn't want to ask because he has a lot of bands, he's very professional, and I was like, I know it's stupid, but would you like to play with me? And he was like, yeah, sure, it's a no-brainer. He knew all the songs, so for me it was like, amazing. We have Toby, it's the Der Weg einer Freiheit drummer, on drums. Nikki is on bass. Stefan is on the other guitar. Chris, who is the guy who wrote with me the music, now he's going through health conditions. It's kind of complicated, so he's still in Argentina. But the guy who's playing with us on stage today is Alan, who is the guitar technician from Der Weg. So Der Weg einer Freiheit ends up being part of the live lineup for the band. So it's great. They are very professional, very good. I really like the band. So having them in my project, it's like a dream come true. What can I say?
Did you ever play with Los Males del Mundo in Argentina as well?
Not yet. We play last year in a huge festival in Mexico with a lot of bands: Gojira, Emperor, Abath, Celtic Frost, Triptychon, making Celtic Frost, said it, but never in Argentina. So we're really, really looking forward. Maybe not this year, but next year will be great. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, come to Argentina. You know, you should definitely come here to play." But yeah, it's not that easy. But yeah, we'll try to make it possible, of course.
Can you recognize some differences between the Latin American audience and the European audience? I think so.
Yes, definitely. You know, I think it's in our DNA. You know, Latin America are very passionate about everything. So you can see it, I don't know, in sports, you can see it in music. People get crazy, but literally crazy in the crowd. So that's something that is different in Germany. It's not they don't like music in a way, but you know, in Europe it's different. It's different. Maybe in Italy they're kind of, you know, crazy as Argentinians, because in Spain as well, because we're very connected. But in Germany it's different. The audience is different. So I'm very looking forward today to see the people reaction with our band.
If you had one choice in a lifetime, which band would you pick to share the stage with?
Oh, that's tricky. I should say Emperor. And last year we played in the same stage with Emperor, so that was mind blowing. When we were talking with the guys from Emperor, and it was like, is this real? Is this really happening? So it's, you know, what can I say? Emperor, it's one of the biggest bands and huge influence. And to be able to play with them, it was like a dream come true, actually. I think about it, I'm thinking, maybe that was not real, but then yes, it was, and it's amazing. So it was great.
That really makes me happy to hear this from you, because your dream came true. Yeah.
Yes, actually was like that. It was sometimes you don't realize where music can lead you, but you end up in a place. You know, I think I was 12 years old. I was in my room. I had my idols, posters, vinyls, and then 20 years later, I was with them playing in the same festival, talking to them, maybe drinking a beer or you know, before the show, and this can't be happening. So it's surreal. I still have this feeling every time that we have to go on stage with other musicians, or it's so cool. But I think it's music that connects people. It doesn't matter if you are from Chile, Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, or Germany. Actually, you know, musicians from Germany are playing with me. So that cannot be happening if music wouldn't do that kind of connection. So that's a great thing, especially with this kind of music, you know, very powerful, very emotional. So it's something that you do because you have and you feel passion over it. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's kind of a lifestyle, isn't it?
Totally, yes.
So the storm is incoming, I must say. The next band is going to be on stage.
Probably.
I think it's been a short one, but it's been a really good one. I really enjoyed it. It's been my pleasure, Dany. The famous last words are yours.
Well, thank you very much for all your support. I'm very looking forward for the show today. Thank you very much for Metal.de for this interview and this awesome beer. So see you next time here, or maybe in another place in Germany, or who knows. We'll see. Cheers.